Prime Minister Narendra Modi wishes the nation on National Doctors' Day and Chartered Accountants' Day today. Prime Minister says the country salutes our doctors, exceptional caregivers who are at the forefront of a spirited fight against COVID-19. Also laud the role of CA community in ensuring a healthy and transparent economy. Phase 2 of unlock begins today. Relaxations in night curfew, provision for more domestic flights and trains, schools, colleges to remain closed till July 31st. Metro, rail, multiplexes, gyms, swimming pools, bars and auditoriums will stay shut until further orders, says MHA. One CRPF personnel martyred, 3 injured and a civilian killed in the exchange of crossfire between security forces and terrorists in J&K's Sopore village. Indian Army guns down a terrorist in a failed infiltration bid in Keri area of Rajouri district. The recovery rate among the COVID-19 patients reaching over 60%. While the total active cases in the country record over 2,20,000 with 3,47,978 discharged so far, 17,400 cases succumb to the illness. Across the world, the number of infected cases surpassed the 1 crore 4 lakh mark, over 5,10,000 dead. Flood situation continues to be grim in many states. 23 of the 33 districts of Assam affected over 14,93,000 people. Death toll rises to 27. 4 rivers in Bihar flowing above the danger mark. Alert in 8 districts. Met Department predicts more rainfall in the days ahead. And in international news, U.S. Federal Communications Commission declares Chinese telecom companies Huawei and ZTE as national security threats. U.S. telecom companies no longer use federal funds to purchase equipments from the operators. Good morning. Welcome to English News at 10:30. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. India celebrates the National Doctors' Day on July 1st every year. This year is even more special as the doctors have turned COVID-19 warriors trying to fight the disease in the primary and secondary care setups as well as the dedicated COVID care hospitals. The day is an opportunity to offer our thanks and express our gratitude to doctors and medical professionals working round the clock to serve us. In India, this day marks the birth as well as the death anniversary of Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy, who was one of the most renowned physicians in India. The first National Doctors' Day was celebrated in 1991. This year's Doctor Day's objective is to spread awareness about aggressive therapy and hexaphobia. On the occasion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, India salutes our doctors, exceptional caregivers who are at the forefront of a spirited fight against COVID-19. He even shared a video expressing gratitude.
माँ हमें जन्म देती है तो कई बार डॉक्टर हमें पुनर्जन्म देता है।
संकट की इस घड़ी में अस्पतालों में इस समय सफेद कपड़ों में दिख रहे डॉक्टर नर्स ईश्वर का ही रूप है। अपने जीवन को खतरों में डाल करके ये लोग हमारा जीवन बचा रहे हैं। डॉक्टर जिंदगी बचाते हैं और हम उनका ऋण कभी नहीं उतार सकते। ये हम सबका दायित्व है कि जो देश की सेवा करते हैं, जो देश के लिए खुद को खपाते हैं, उनका सार्वजनिक सम्मान हर पल होते रहना चाहिए।
Well, this year's Doctors' Day objective is to spread awareness about hypoxia and aggressive therapy. On the occasion of Doctors' Day, sand artists paid tributes to doctors, nurses and healthcare workers who are at the forefront of the COVID-19 pandemic in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. Sand artists created a beautiful sculpture with doctors carrying patients in hand to save their lives. In a heartfelt tribute to doctors who dedicate their lives day and night to fight against COVID-19, people gather to watch the sand art. Prime Minister Modi has also extended greetings to professional accounting body of the Chartered Accountants Day or the CA Day. In a tweet, he said, our industrious CA community has a major role to play in ensuring a healthy and transparent economy. Their services to the nation are deeply valued. Greetings on Chartered Accountants Day. Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is India's national professional accounting body and also the second biggest accounting organization in the world. He even shared a video to mark the day.
दुनिया भर में भारत के चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को उनकी समझ और बेहतरीन फाइनेंशियल स्किल्स के लिए जाना जाता है। हमारे शास्त्रों में 4 पुरुषार्थ की चर्चा की गई। धर्म, अर्थ, काम और मोक्ष। जिस प्रकार से धर्म और मोक्ष की चर्चा करें तो ऋषि मुनि हमको दिखते हैं, उसी की बराबरी में अर्थ जगत का कारोबार नेतृत्व आपके हाथ में है। अर्थ का सही आचरण क्या है, कौन सा मार्ग सही है, ये दिशा दिखाने का दायित्व चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट फील्ड के हर छोटे मोटे व्यक्ति का है। जैसे डॉक्टर समाज के और व्यक्ति के शारीरिक स्वास्थ्य की चिंता करते हैं, वैसे ही आप पर समाज के आर्थिक स्वास्थ्य की जिम्मेदारी होती है। आज इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया ICAI का स्थापना दिवस है। मेरी तरफ से आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
Well, CA is contributing to strengthening the economy of our country. Happy CA Day 2020. Moving on, Digital India is a flagship program of the government with a vision to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. The Digital India initiative was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on this day in 2015, and on the 5th anniversary of the program today, Union Minister for Electronics and Communications, Ravi Shankar Prasad, will hold a meeting via video conference. Union Ministers Sanjay Dhotre, Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank are also likely to be present in the meeting. Ravi Shankar Prasad in a tweet said, 5 years ago on the 1st of July, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had launched Digital India. In the last 5 years, our nation has steadily progressed towards prosperity, transparency and inclusive growth due to the implementation of some of the major initiatives of Digital India. One of the most successful outcomes of Digital India initiative has been the runaway success of the Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile initiative, which has provided a digital identity to more than 1 billion Indian citizens, as well as access to the banking system to millions of Indians who were earlier excluded from the formal economy. Moving to Unlock 2.0, Phase 2 of the Unlock 2.0 begins from today. The Centre on Monday issued guidelines for Phase 2 of the Unlock. According to the Union Home Ministry, the lockdown in containment zones has been extended till the end of July, but it has tried to minimize the movement curbs to boost the economic activity and allowed states to take steps based on the assessment of the situation on ground zero. The guidelines made it clear that states have the right to add more restrictions, depending on their reading of the situation. Social distancing will, however, remain the norm in public places. The guidelines eased nighttime curfew and allowed more than 5 people at a time to visit a shop in the second phase of lifting restrictions on movement starting from the 1st of July. While the most existing curbs, such as the ban on reopening schools and colleges, as well as multiplexes, gyms and bars, and the operation of metro rail services have been maintained. Moving to Uttar Pradesh, the UP government will launch a door-to-door screening of people across all 75 districts today to screen and detect hidden cases for capping the coronavirus spread. The health teams will visit every household under a special surveillance plan. Health teams will be mapping vulnerable persons, including pregnant women, patients with comorbid conditions like cancer, renal disease or diabetes, the elderly and children below 10 years of age. The drive will begin today from Meerut division since there is an urgency to curb the corona spread in the district. The health officials will fan out in other districts from July 5th. Conducting such survey in Uttar Pradesh is a huge task as the state has a population of over 23 crore. Meanwhile, the state tally of coronavirus cases stand at 22,828 with 6,650 active cases after the recovery of 15,506 patients. As many as 672 persons have lost the battle to the virus so far in Uttar Pradesh. Collective and focused efforts for containment and management of COVID-19 by the government along with the states and union territories have led to the recovery rate among COVID-19 patients fast approaching the 60% mark. According to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the figure of active cases now stand at 2,20,114, while 3,47,979 patients have been cured so far. That's the recovery, 3,47,979 patients. The recovery rate improving to 59.43%. The number of labs dedicated or diagnostic labs that are dedicated are constantly increasing. India has now 1,049 diagnostic labs dedicated to COVID-19. These include government labs. The number stands at 761 and growing, while in the private sector, 288 labs are there for COVID testing. Testing is also being ramped up. The last 24 hours, 2,10,292 samples have been tested. That's the number in the last 24 hours. If you look at the sample testing to date, 86,08,654 people have been tested to date. Meanwhile, the National Blood Transfusion Council under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has issued the second interim guidelines to conduct blood transfusion services safely in the COVID-19 pandemic. A Delhi police officer has lost his life to COVID-19. Sanjeev Kumar Yadav, an inspector with the special cell of the Delhi police, died late night on Tuesday after fighting a 14-day battle with COVID-19. He was admitted at the Max Hospital in Saket. According to the information received from the hospital, Yadav received plasma twice, but unfortunately couldn't make it. He even received medicines and injections from the United States via special permission. He was then put on a ventilator. However, he couldn't be saved. On Republic Day this year, he received the Police Medal for bravery. The next phase of Operation Samudra Setu for repatriating Indian nationals is in full swing. The Indian Navy ship INS Jalashwa evacuated 687 Indian nationals from Iran and has reached Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu today. INS Jalashwa arrived off the Bandar Abbas, Iran on the evening of 24th of June and entered the harbour on the 25th of June, after which medical checkups of all passengers were done. All basic amenities and medical facilities were provided to the evacuees during the sea passage. This is the sixth voyage by the Indian Navy ships as part of the Samudra Setu program to bring back Indian nationals from neighboring countries. Indian Navy has already repatriated 3,992 Indian nationals who were stranded abroad as part of the Operation Samudra Setu. Indian Railways, meanwhile, expanded its services to run as many as 350 local trains in Mumbai from today. However, the services will only be restricted to essential personnel. In addition to the essential staff, the categories instructed by Home Ministry, such as defence personnel and employees of the central government, income tax, GST and customs and Department of Posts, and employees of the Nationalised Bank, Mumbai Port Trust, Judiciary and Raj Bhavan will also be permitted to travel in select suburbs. The number of services may be modified as per the requirement to ensure social distancing norms. These trains will halt at major stations only as that of fast locals. In the harbour line also, the trains will halt at major stations only. The railways reiterated that these trains are not meant for general passengers but strictly for essential staff as identified by the state government. Entry will be given at stations strictly through ID cards of essential staff only. In a novel gesture, the Rashtriya Swabhiman, an NGO set up by former Delhi Chief Minister late Sahib Singh Verma, gave away 25,000 personal protection kits, including sanitizers, face masks and face shields to Delhi police. The police chief, S.N. Srivastav, said that the endeavour will help them serve Delhi citizens better. MOS Home, G. Kishan Reddy, lauded the effort of Delhi police in the times of global pandemic and said that the police has shown that it cannot only control law and order but also carry out social service. Here's more in this report.
Delhi police personnel have been among the frontline workers during the COVID-19 outbreak that has put them at great health risk. In the presence of Minister of State for Home, G. Kishan Reddy, Member of Parliament Pravesh Verma donated 25,000 kits containing sanitizers, face masks and face shields to S.N. Srivastav, Commissioner of Police, in a function organized at Delhi Police Headquarters in the national capital. These COVID safety kits are to be distributed among field functionaries of Delhi Police through Provision and Logistics Unit. MOS Home, J. Kishan Reddy lauded the efforts of Corona warriors of Delhi Police.
पुलिस सिर्फ लैंड ऑर्डर के नहीं है, पुलिस सिर्फ बंदोबस्त के लिए काम नहीं करेंगे। आज देश में पुलिस सामाजिक सेवा में भी आगे रहने वाले हैं, आगे रहे और हर समय पर जो भी समस्या होते हैं, समस्या का समाधान में सबसे पहले रहने वाले फ्रंटियर फोर्स है, हमारे देश के सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस है।
समय समय पे दिल्ली पुलिस को कई सारे संगठनों से हमें सहायता भी मिलती रही। ये सहायता हम इस रूप में ले रहे हैं कि दिल्ली के लोग दिल्ली पुलिस की काम की सराहना करते हैं। जिस प्रकार से दिल्ली पुलिसकर्मी ने पिछले बीते दिनों में जो महामारी के दिनों में जो काम किया, इसके प्रति उनका एक अच्छा रुख जो बना है, उसके बारे में ये उसकी इंडिकेशन है।
Besides these kits for policemen, the NGO also provided services of 2 special ambulances to be used in West and Dwarka districts for transporting COVID casualties in the time of crisis.
हम यही चाहते हैं कि आप ऐसे ही जो सेवा कर रहे हैं, दिल्ली आपको सलाम करती है। ये हमने एक स्लोगन भी लिखा है, यहाँ पर बैनर लगा है, दिल्ली आपको सलाम करती है और आपको सैल्यूट करती है कि आप जिस जज्बे के साथ में काम कर रहे हैं, ये वाकई में काबिले तारीफ है। और दिल्ली पुलिस पूरे देश में मैं समझता हूँ सबसे अच्छा काम, आज हालत और भी खराब हो सकती थी मगर आपने इस हालत को संभाले हुए हैं।
S.N. Srivastav, Delhi Police Commissioner, said they have strictly enforced lockdown while adding a human touch to its working by going all out to serve the needy.
Delhi police has been leading from the front in the fight against COVID-19, and that's one of the reasons why they have lost 8 of their brave hearts in this battle. With 25,000 personal protection kit at their disposal, they are once again looking forward to serve the nation. With camera person SP Dubey, this is Taposh Bhattacharya, DD India, Delhi.
Well, shifting to Jammu and Kashmir, a CRPF trooper was martyred and a civilian was killed, while 3 other paramilitary personnel were injured after terrorists attacked the CRPF party at model town of Sopore in North Kashmir's Baramulla district today morning. Police also rescued a 3-year-old boy from getting hit by bullets during the attack. Area has been cordoned off to nab the attackers. Meanwhile, in another news from Jammu and Kashmir, alert troops along the line of control foiled an infiltration bid in Keri area of Rajouri district. 1 terrorist was gunned down in the failed infiltration bid. 1 AK-47 with 2 magazines were recovered from the spot. Search operation is underway. Moving to the flood situation in Assam, that remains unchanged, with the Brahmaputra and its tributaries flowing above the danger level at different places. The flood has hit 23 of the 33 districts of Assam, affecting over 14,93,000 people. Barpeta has been the worst affected district, with 4,86,000 people reeling under the flood water, followed by South Salmara district with over 1,95,000 people being hit. Over 75,000 hectares of crop areas are affected till now, with 3 people losing their lives in the last 24 hours. The death toll this season has reached 27. The Assam State Disaster Management Authority, or the has said that the total of 265 relief camps and distribution centers are functional, and they are housing 25,461 inmates. The current wave of flood has hit the Kaziranga National Park hard, with many areas of the park underwater. In order to escape the flooded Kaziranga, animals are trying to reach the nearby highland areas. Besides the Kaziranga National Park, the Pobitharo Wildlife Sanctuary and the Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park have also been affected. Rescue and relief operations are going on in a big way. 3,245 persons have been evacuated and moved to safer places by the SDRF and NDRF personnel. Similarly, the disaster that is unfolding in Bihar, 4 of its major rivers continue to flow above the danger level. The IMD, that's the Indian Meteorological Department, has issued a high alert warning in 8 of its districts. Due to the water gushing down from the upper regions of Nepal, the downstream area in Bihar is the worst affected, with rivers crossing the danger level mark. Also, Mahananda, Sudani and Ganga are flowing beyond the danger levels. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecasted and it does not give any glimmer of hope to the people in these 2 states, as it is predicted rainfall in eastern UP, Bihar, Himalayan West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam and Meghalaya and some northeastern states. Moving on, the global COVID-19 update. Let's take a look at the global COVID-19 updates from across the world. Over 5,10,000 people worldwide have now lost their lives due to COVID-19 pandemic, while the overall number of global COVID-19 cases have crossed the 1 crore mark. US alone accounted for the world's highest number of infections and fatalities. Over 26,34,000 confirmed cases have been reported in the United States, while over 1,27,000 people have lost their lives so far. The country with the second highest number of recorded cases is Brazil, with over 14,02,000 cases and deaths in excess of 59,000. Behind the United States and Brazil, United Kingdom has counted for over 43,000 fatalities, while in terms of cases, Russia ranks 3rd in the world with 6,46,000 cases. The United States recorded its 6th consecutive day of record new cases of COVID-19 infections. The world's largest economy is the hardest hit country by the pandemic. Several southern and western states have recorded a surge in cases after lockdown restrictions were eased. The spike has led officials in Texas, Florida and other states to tighten restrictions on business again, with warnings that hospitals may soon be overwhelmed. Meanwhile, US Vice President Mike Pence said that while he was optimistic about the progress being made on treatments for COVID-19 patients and the development of a vaccine. Well, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence there hailing the progress on the coronavirus treatment and hopeful of a vaccine being developed soon. Moving on, the World Health Organization, that's WHO, has warned that countries, states and cities that relax restrictions too soon in America can be flooded with new cases of COVID-19. In a virtual briefing, WHO Regional Director for the American region, Carissa Ethane, said that the toll from COVID-19 could rise to 438,000 deaths in Latin America by October if prevention measures are not kept up. She further said that the Americas is the world's epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic, and the toll for the whole region could almost treble to 637,000 by October 1st. Fatalities so far in Latin America have reached 113,844, or almost 1/5 of the number of people who have died globally. In the United States, Washington State and New York are seeing very low numbers of new cases and deaths, but 27 other states are reporting exponential growth. News now from neighborhood Bangladesh. They have further extended the restrictions on public activities and movement across the country till August 3rd. The restrictions have been extended to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the country. According to the notification, no one will be allowed to go outside home between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. without urgent need. Markets, shops and shopping malls must be closed before 7 p.m. The restrictions also make the wearing of masks compulsory while moving out of home. Keeping social distancing and following the health guidelines issued by the government has been made mandatory. Mass gatherings, including rallies and meetings, will be restricted. However, people can offer prayers at mosques, maintaining the health guidelines. Public transport, passenger vehicles, trains and airplanes could operate their service in a limited scale with limited number of passengers. The educational institutions will also remain closed. However, they can continue their administrative work. Following India's digital strike on China, US too has taken a hard step. The Federal Communication Commission officially designated Chinese telecom companies Huawei and ZTE as national security risks to America's communication networks and to its 5G future. In a statement, FCC said both companies have close ties to the Chinese Communist Party and China's military apparatus, and both companies are broadly subject to Chinese law obligating them to cooperate with the country's intelligence services. As a result of the action, money from the FCC's $8.3 billion a year Universal Service Fund may no longer be used to purchase, obtain, maintain, improve, modify or otherwise support any equipment or services produced or provided by these suppliers. In a big jolt to Pakistan, the European Union Air Safety Agency has suspended the Pakistan International Airlines, that's PIA, to operate in Europe for 6 months after Pakistan itself announced that 262 pilots have dubious licenses. In its letter announcing the ban, it expressed concerns about the validity of the Pakistani pilot's license and said that Pakistan, as the state of operator, is currently not capable to certify and oversee its operations and aircraft in accordance with applicable international standards. While PIA in a statement said that it is in contact with the EASA to allay their concerns and to take necessary corrective measures along with filing the appeal against the decision. An inquiry into a May 22nd PIA crash that killed 97 people at the southern port city of Karachi resulted in the stunning revelation that 260 of the 860 pilots in Pakistan had cheated on their pilot exams but were still given license by the Civil Aviation Authority. After EU, now the UN has also cautioned its staff to avoid travelling by the Pakistan International Airways. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news, but remember to follow the social distancing rules while you're out there, or stay at home, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.